Is we live? Yeah, it say live on the goddamn thing. So we is
There it
live.
is.
Welcome to Wrestling is Trash, a nonsensical podcast where we talk about professional wrestling, past, present, and quite possibly the future. Joining me, I got a whole slew of new booty up in here. So,
Hey, pause, son.
oh,
Wow.
see, yeah, that's all the Northerners, man. They always talk about that pause, pause. Hold up, son. Mad B. Hold up, pause,
Wow.
son. Mad B. And all that other bullshit. But anyway, you can follow Wrestling is Trash on various social media platforms to include Twitter at Wrestling Be Trash, Instagram Wrestling is Trash, which a lot of them shits ain't active because I run like 30 other motherfucking accounts, and for me to log out of one, switch over to the other profile, put this shit in here. I just put it all on at 3R Show on Twitter. I was like, fuck it, it's too much shit. And I just like all the shit coming from the same person anyway, so why I need a fucking different account, god damn it. Oh, I done shook my monitor. But
Damn.
yeah.
Damn.
Rob
But
on
anyway,
fire today.
yeah,
Rob is on fire today.
I'm sweating. Look at my forehead. It's shining in the light. God damn it. But anyway, I said all the places you can follow. Go to randomrob.com to find out more information about this podcast and all the other shenanigans and whatnot. But hey, that's a nice hat. Speaking of nice hats, you can go to randomrob.com and hit that merch tab. You can find the cool things just like what Lou put up there on the screen. But I said his name and I kind of fucked up. But keeping in tradition, we're wrestling this trash. We're gonna have to go around the horn because we got pause new booty up in here.
Damn.
Wow.
I said pause, son. I said pause, son.
I said pause, B.
I need to go put my Timberlands on right now. But damn, we're gonna go around the horn as in wrestling's trash tradition. The new person coming onto the scene has to introduce themselves in the cadence of a New Japan 20 count. So you have a New Japan 20 count to introduce yourself and tell us how that you got introduced to professional wrestling. So whoever
Holy
want to go
shit.
first?
God damn. I guess I'll go. Lou from the BX.
Son?
Son. Lou from the BX, son. So, bro, I've been watching wrestling off and on for 25 years, I guess. Uh, I got introduced to it as a kid, just watching it growing up on watching WWE Superstars. Of course, I grew up on WWE and branched out into WCW and then got into independent wrestling and all that. So it's a very short and sweet story. I got into it as a kid, like most people.
Word.
And
What's the
word.
your first independent wrestling show? Whatever
Whew.
non WWE is. I mean, who was a star on that card that stood out to you?
As far as independent, like I mean, let's say independent. Uh, damn, you caught me out there. The first independent star that I actually caught my eye, probably like Chris Hero,
Word.
off the top of my head.
Very underrated talent. But
Yeah, he's
I'll keep that in the back of my mind after we come back around. Who's next?
Well, shit. I guess it's my turn since.
I was like, well,
I was over your head. Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
sir, fuck you or something.
I got you. I got you. So, well, let's see. I got into wrestling. Man, it must have been like 30 odd years ago. Damn, I'm almost 40. When I first saw it, my father was stationed overseas in Germany, so I was watching it on AFN.
Oh,
And oh man, the Armed Forces Network. You'll know, like I learned military history and American history while watching wrestling.
yeah, because
It,
they don't play traditional commercials on
that's
AFN.
right.
They play military centric commercials. So anything related to, so you watching CSI Miami and shit, bitches getting murdered and thrown in garbage cans and shit, and you like, this day on military history.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
was like, what the
wow.
Yep. And so during that time, my friend and I, we were little kids, and we would do TLC matches in the living room, hitting each other with chairs and jumping through tables. So I have always loved wrestling. There are times where I get off of it for a while, but then I remember the old Nintendo games, the
Thanks for
Sega
calling me,
games.
son. Thanks for
So,
calling me.
whew, like it's good. I just love it. I don't know. It's just a thing. And even when I'm not watching it, chances are I have Reddit or some kind
Yeah.
of app going that tells me Instagram is always telling me the newest thing on wrestling, just because if I don't get to watch it, there's always some feed coming into my phone letting me know, hey, by the way, this is what you missed. So
Earliest memory of a superstar that stuck out to you from one of the first shows you might have been to live?
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, I'm the
I
cream of the crop.
I was watching it and I was mimicking the sound in the living room, and my mom threw something at me and told me to stop acting stupid. So I knew to just keep, so I knew from that day forth that is the behavior that will not be tolerated. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
Exactly, that's how it's supposed to be. So now, without further ado, we got the last man in charge. Go ahead and introduce us.
What
Give us
up?
the spiel, baby. Give us the spiel.
It's the mayor, that DJ named Ace 5, all the way from deepest, darkest Africa. That should tell you how far back my wrestling goes. Like Lou, I go back, like all of y'all, I go back early 80s WWF when it was the cartoon Big Man Circus, where, you know, it was Kamala, again, Akeem, the African Dream. I mean, even further than that, when, you know, Bob Backlund, shit like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm a probably 20, 30 year, like definitely 30, at least 30-year uh fan, more than 30 years actually, fan of wrestling. Um it was a dream of mine that I did not pursue, because when I was younger, I always said I was $1,000 and having a car away from actually going to train. Though I'm 40 now, and in my head, though I'm not in this gym, I still want to do it. I still when we
Ain't
had
that
this
some crazy
conversation.
shit?
Yeah.
We had this conversation at J1, and you know, you just see, yo, you said do it, just try to do it, and I'm still debating it. I just gotta get back in the gym. But your
I remember.
independent question, I honestly went to like my first like true independent show last year when a friend of mine, he went by two names, and it was the first time I ever seen him wrestle. He went by Legion, which that night he went by his character Legion, and one of his old original characters was called Bill Ding. As he's about 6 feet, about 6 feet, 500 something pounds. But wrestling show. I remember years ago, my father, which happens to be outside on the other side of the house next door to me, he took us to a WWF show back in the day, and this was in Ahmed Johnson run,
Whoa.
which
Mm,
just recent times, I learned that he was going by something Akbar, I think, back in the day, I think in Mid-South, which I did not know until the wrestling digging that I've been doing over the past few months just recently. But ECW, they came to Staten Island at what's now extinct called the Fun Bubble. By far the best
Boy,
live show I've
I know some
ever
ladies
seen
back in the
in
past
life.
with a fun bubble.
But
This
yo,
guy.
illest memorabilia. Taz and Bam Bam Bigelow fighting around the Fun Bubble, and they got back to the spot behind where I was sitting at, and I got there. People made a circle around it. I was right in the front of the circle with my arms out, like I was freaking like keeping people back. People splashing beer in my face. It was the greatest moment in life. That
Word.
show, I got a can that was smashed on that Sandman used to smash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had a can, and I grabbed that can, like I literally, the shit hit the ground. This kid dove for it. I palmed his head, grabbed him, stopped him
Excuse me.
from diving further, and I said, "Thank you, that's mine." Grabbed the can, and I kept that can for years in the same crush points that the Sandman crushed it in. Like I protected it like a baby on the bus going home. And then
wow, that's dope.
the next year they came. New Jack went through a table on Sign Guy Dudley. I got the middle piece of the table and
No
took that bitch
shit.
home.
So, did
And
you
then,
palm any
Wow.
churning to get that one?
oh nah, that was
Oh,
easy.
okay.
That one was easier. But yeah, man, I love this shit, man. Like Lou said, I've been out of it for a minute. and AEW brought me back in full circle. AEW brought me all the way back in, man. All the way back in to the point where now, like, all I watch on YouTube is just wrestling, old wrestling shoot interviews. If you don't mind mentioning the channel, Wrestling with Regret. This kid, he puts together dope, like 10, 15 minute, sometimes 20, 25-minute shows that he goes through, like the history of wrestling. And there's just a lot of history, a lot of old stuff that just brings you back flashbacks, memories, and it a lot of the shit that I watch now, it's like it really shows that I love WCW a lot, but it was bad when you think about it in
That
today's
shit was
life.
awful.
And I love WCW. Like you, Monday Night Wars, before that, when they started the show, I went there because I needed to see something different. Because like how wrestling was until the Ring of Honors and all these other people started to get shown on TV, there was no other option than the WWF. And I need options. That's why I love AEW so much.
And shit, I was just a spoiled ass little kid. Well, I wasn't a spoiled kid per se. I mean, my parents did tried to give me everything that I ever wanted, but my mom was kind of ahead of her time, or whatever, as far as electronics go, and that's weird because today, as we speak, I'm 38 and my mom is 78. So, yeah, old motherfucker. But she had VCRs in just about every room that had a TV. And that was so she could record all the different soap operas that came on every different channel.
Right.
So for the way that benefited me was I could watch the first hour of WCW and record Raw on the other channel. And then daggone, whenever I got tired of watching one, I could switch between the other and record the other one. And then whenever one was finished, I would just go back and watch the tape of the other one and shit. So it's just like I got to watch them both. But what drew me was that first hour of WCW, because that's when they had the lightweight heavyweight champion, the freaking luchadors, and all that other stuff on there.
Oh, man.
So that's what drew me in. And then it was just crazy because I never been the person to be like, oh, this was better than this one. It's just like, it's fucking wrestling. I like them both. I like it all.
Yeah.
You know? But I was spoiled by WWF, WWE, because, I mean, that was more prevalent to me until later on when WCW started becoming the more dominant brand at that time. To go back to the beginning, man, you looking up at me like this the Brady Bunch.
Because I'm thinking of I'm thinking about. Do you guys remember the very first WCW video games where they had like the brimstone matches and the barbed wire matches?
Yeah.
You throw them over the ring and they land in like the lava and stuff like that. You're just like I think of the video games and how I was always playing for blood, and WCW just gave me those bloody matches that I enjoyed so much. It's like the Mortal Kombat of wrestling.
Like when I first discovered WCW, there was a match, and I constantly think about this all the time. I don't even remember who was in the match. I'm pretty sure it was Kevin Sullivan. This was so long ago that I don't even remember who was in the match, but I know Kevin Sullivan was one of the people, and he was wrestling somebody. He was outside the ring, and Bobby Heenan was one of the announcers, and he had, I don't remember who the dude was. He had a dude, like, he was holding his head like that, and he punched him right in the face, like right across the bridge of the nose, and his nose started bleeding. And the biggest memory that I have from that scene was hearing Bobby Heenan go, "Oh!" And the way he said that shit, like, stuck with me all these years. And now when I think back, because, you know, now in this internet age, you could go back and hear stories and like look at old, you know, you can go into Reddit or you can go into any one of these wrestling sites and you can hear from people who were there, and they could tell you shit that they saw as an adult that you were watching as a kid, and you had no idea what was going on, like backstage with this person didn't like that person, this person was shooting on this person. So I've been trying to find out what the fuck happened there, because that shit looked real. And obviously I was a kid, so it's all going to look real to you. But dude, the way Bobby Heenan just said, "Oh," and the way Homeboy just he punched him right across the fucking nose, bro,
But
and his just nose started bleeding.
The
that's what's
hard
called
way.
great storytelling.
That's called the hard way.
Well, that too. But I'm just saying, for Bobby Heenan to carry that the way he did, to leave that kind of memory, that's great storytelling. And you got to think, like, when you do more research now, like, and hear a lot more of the old stories, just thinking Kevin Sullivan. People really thought Kevin Sullivan was this hardcore devil worshiper, really thought he was like this real evil, demonic human being. And it's crazy. And not to go any further, but when you hear the stories about him, and rest in peace to Nancy, but
Yeah,
yeah, but you mentioned when you mentioned WCW, Rob, like that was one of the beautiful things about WCW back in the day, as far as the as far as the you mentioned the lightweights, the cruiserweights, and things like that. Like they gave us that diversity. They gave us that, this isn't just the big man's, this isn't just the 6'3" to 6'8", freaking 250 to 300-pound person's game. And they gave us that diversity where you seen Psychosis and the Jushin Thunder Ligers, early Rey Mysterio. At WCW, Eddie
I hate Rey
Guerrero.
Mysterio.
WCW, Eddie
Fucking
Guerrero
hate Rey
was
Mysterio.
ill. You say you can't do Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio is the biggest fucking clown that has ever been.
Hold
I can dig
on.
it.
Wow.
Bro,
Wow.
look, I respect Rey Mysterio's skill
It
set,
don't
what
sound
he
like
does.
it.
I respect all the things he can do and that he's been doing it for so long. But bro, can he ever win a match, bro? Like
Well,
every
yeah,
time I
I can
watch
dig
Rey
it.
Mysterio do something, he's losing or he's getting his ass beat or motherfucking somebody's poking his eye out.
literally, kind of.
And it's like, bro, this guy. You know, it's one of the longest, the biggest memories I have of Rey Mysterio is when Kevin Nash picked him up and threw him like a fucking javelin into the side of that truck, or it was like a mobile home, bro. He picked him up and threw him like a toy, bro.
Man, I was
For
gonna
real.
say something more honorable, like him and Eddie Guerrero at Halloween Havoc when he did the freaking somersault plancha into the Hurricane Rana on the outside or something like that. But nah, you want to talk
Nah,
about
Eddie
beating and
get
dismembering and shit.
nah. Ray gets mad respect, man. He's really nice with it. It's just and what's crazy is too is like he could tell a good story. Like the
Yeah,
match
that
with
I'm a
him and
little
Big
guy getting
Show.
my ass whipped.
Right, like the match with him and Big Show. Like he really made you think on some David and Goliath shit. If you didn't understand how the game really went, man. But y'all was talking blood. See, I didn't get it from the early, even though I remember the WCW when it was the blue ring with the yellow ropes WCW.
Mm.
But once shit started to get bloody for me, besides ECW, early ECW, because of ECW, I used to go digging for Japanese wrestling.
Oh yeah, that shit,
Mm.
man.
And I found the first VHS tapes I bought wasn't New Japan. I was looking for FMW. I came across Big Japan Pro Wrestling.
Fuck my world, FMW.
No, you know FMW, Frontier Martial Arts by Atsushi Onita. But Big Japan Pro Wrestling, that shit was batshit crazy. Like
Mm.
that was like the real deal hardcore death matches where they had like Mr. Pogo was one of the ill ones, and I forgot the other guy's name. It starts with an M. I was
Man,
just
that sounds
looking
like
up
a Dragon Ball Z character and shit.
Mr.
Mr.
Pogo.
Mr. Waga. I forgot his name, but they had some ill cats in there. But I seen things like the exploding ring matches
Oh, those
with
crazy shit.
Atsushi
Yeah.
Onita versus my favorite wrestler of all time, Hayabusa. They used to have piranha death matches where they had a cage, a fish tank. They put it in the middle of the ring, and the loser had to stay in the fish tank of piranhas for 10 seconds.
That's
They've
fucking.
had
What the
barbed
fuck?
wire matches, fucking
Golly.
cactus in the turnbuckles in the corner matches. The shit that I hate, I don't like it. I don't like the light tube thing because I just the light tube because there's just so many little shards of glass. Isn't the filament inside supposedly poisonous?
It's
Really
like
toxic?
cancerous and shit.
Yeah, like that's the deathmatch shit I don't get. But that was that, and then I went digging for the Cactus Jack,
Yeah.
Terry Funk tournament. The shit where Cactus lost a piece of his ear.
Yeah.
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 So
But
gentlemen, we are at the 20-minute mark. Not to cut you off or whatever, but I just wanted to let you know that the promo in the bank is in effect. So for those of you who don't know what the promo in the bank is,
I remember this.
all these gentlemen here have a briefcase, and at any time they can cash in on any one of these gentlemen in this chat right now, and that person has to cut a minute promo on the topic of that person's choosing. So
Oh,
at any
man.
time between now and the ending of this broadcast, you have an opportunity to cash in your briefcase on any one of these combatants in this podcast.
sounds fun.
Interesting.
Uh-oh.
Sounds fun.
I remember this from the last time I was a guest in Wrestling is Trash.
Word.
I
So
did not do so well.
yeah, so I completely admitted the fact that you were here before. So I will slice myself a thousand times with light tubes for not remembering that.
Hey,
It was a
was it?
long time ago.
Exactly. That's probably why I don't remember it, because this show is not done consistently like the other one. So I
But
was
you
like,
getting back. You getting back to the consistency. I see it.
trying. I'm trying. I just
Good,
want to.
good. Well, you got that beautiful studio you built. You gotta put some work
Oh
in.
yeah, that
You
shit
gotta
is
put some
tight.
work in. I love the
let me do
progress
some.
reports. I
So
loved it, bro.
hit you with the Randy Orton real quick. Hold on, I'm in my rolly chair, so I can.
Glorious. That's one of my
Yeah,
favorite
speaking.
intros, by the way, yo. Fucking
That's
Bobby
yeah.
Roode. When that
What's
shit comes on, that shit gives me chills.
And it's squandered. It's by
Yeah,
the wayside.
I
yeah.
So
know. I know. Mayor, you said you big into AEW and it got you back into wrestling. But
Yes.
what's everybody's like favorite promotion right now that you're basically stuck on? For me, it's NXT.
mhm.
I fucking
I,
love NXT. NXT is fucking fantastic. It's I love the takeover shows that they do, the actual wrestling that they have on their programs. Most of their characters I like a lot. Some of them not so much, but I think that goes with every promotion of wrestling that you do watch. But I think I relate more to NXT because I just like to see the independent dudes that they grab out of these different promotions and bring them into NXT and kind of change them up a little bit, kind of
Mhm.
like Punishment Martinez.
Yeah.
He was dope in fucking ROH. I fucking was a big fan of his over there. And then when they brought him over, I thought it was kind of corny, and they changed his name to Damian Priest, and he was just kind of not looking right. But now he's put on some muscle and he's kind of slimmed down a little bit. He's gotten into his character, so he's kind of changed it up a little bit. I kind of like his direction. But what are you guys' like favorite promotion right now?
and me, it's AEW. It's mainly, but the only difficulty is my podcast we do Wednesday nights, generally by the end of AEW, and I can't watch NXT because AEW's on. I
Yeah,
don't have a DVR no more, so I can't go record it to go watch it. But I pay attention to what's going on in NXT because I listen to Busted Open occasionally. Like when I keep hearing names, then I'll go check out a match. Like I actually did get to go check. I checked out on YouTube the Gargano Ciampa match, the like the last man standing joint.
yeah,
Yeah.
Them boys put in some work, and
yeah. They
I seen exactly why they are so highly touted, and I'm glad for them, and I hope they stay on that platform because we see historically what Vince does on the main stage. Cats like them will get buried.
yeah,
So, but
absolutely.
AEW is my shit, man. Chris Jericho is doing some of the best work of his life. I like the fact that Taz brought out that FTW belt, completely reminiscent of ECW, and Brian Cage is a beast. Now, just a quick side. I know a lot of people keep saying, "Why is Taz in the front? Taz in the front." I've been recently watching some old Brian Cage matches from his indie days. He's not that good on the mic.
No, no, no.
So that's why Taz is on the mic.
And even if you go back to more recently, not so much as independent stuff, but Lucha Underground, didn't so much talk there either. He was more of a man of action. He used that imposing figure and whatnot. And whenever he did talk, all he said was his catchphrase: "I'm not a man, I'm a machine."
But he's not that good on the mic. Like, I listened to him get interviewed on Busted Open the other day, and I was like, I can tell why Taz is doing the speaking for you. And there's no shots because the boy's incredible.
Yeah, because I mean, I had him on the Random Rams with Rob or whatever. We just had the casual conversation, and it seems like he was more at home doing something like that rather than to
right
promotion mode, to be in the character and all kind of shit
right.
like that. So some
yeah, and you just had another guest recently that came up with him. I remember I listened to.
For sure. And
I forgot which show. It was a couple shows ago. You had a guy who trained with him.
Damn, you making me forget shit. How dare you put me on the spot? You motherfucker.
It's all right. But yeah, AEW is my shit. Like, I like what much to many people's chagrin, the women are doing their thing. I hate it or love it. Say what you want to say. I'm a huge fan of Nyla Rose. I really like what she's doing, regardless if you got a thing against trans athletes or not. She's killing it. I wish they maybe brought Awesome Kong back because I absolutely love her.
She's fucking awesome.
She bounces around from place to place, but she's
like the wind.
That, like, she's just a shit though. But Britt Baker's coming along better. Like, in the beginning, I just wasn't there with her.
Yeah,
but now she's coming along. And to wrap it up, they have quite possibly the best heel in all of wrestling.
Which
in MJF.
One is it? Okay.
In MJF.
You right.
That kid he's doing what the veterans wanted to see over the years. Mm-hmm. Really truly living that, not breaking kayfabe, even sometimes in his interviews. Like, he is the definition of how you should be as a heel, and that kid is going to be a legend.
Yeah, did you see the video where he was doing an autograph signing with the little kid, and he gave the kid the middle finger?
Yeah,
that shit was hilarious, bro.
And then some people get up in arms about that or whatever, but it's just like,
it's his character, bro.
It's a character. I mean,
right.
If you go up to MJF and expect anything else, you is a goddamn fool.
Yeah.
Right. And let's be real, like, the curtain's been pulled back. You shouldn't, people, if you're fans of wrestling, you know what kayfabe is now.
Yeah.
Like, these curtains have been peeled back, exposed forever.
I mean, if my 9-year-old knows the difference between good and bad CGI, I'm pretty sure it's just... So we got a AEW fan, we got an NXT fan. Martin, you the tiebreaker.
Well, let me tell you. Unfortunately, I am currently confined to the streaming services that are the powers of Disney, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, and well, I sure wish that AEW was on Hulu. I've been begging for it, praying for it, because I would like a new show and a chance for me not to have to pay Tom Warner a bunch of money for channels I don't want, just so I could watch the one show I do want.
Yeah, I don't. This camera is fucking me up. I don't know how to cover my mouth on this. Yeah, I'll get you those means to view that.
Oh, okay. So
nice.
Okay, so
and they do AEW Dark on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, AEW Dark.
Yeah, they have a YouTube show.
Okay, so I have been, since I first started reading about AEW coming into the picture, I have been gravitating towards that and just waiting for an opportunity to be able to watch it on a regular. I've watched like 1 or 2 shows, and I'm like, this is what I remember from my childhood style type wrestling, and that's why I want to get into that. So if I was watching it regularly, I would probably be on that bandwagon right off the back.
We got somebody picking AEW ain't never seen the shit. God damn.
That's just from reading it, and that is just from watching 1 or 2 episodes that I have managed to pick up because of where I was based on location. So now the other thing I enjoy is I like looking at NXT and watching the talent. And I used to look at talent based on, okay, you know what? I kind of like this character. I would like to see that person perform on, WWE style. And then when they get there, I'm like, man, please don't ruin this character. Go just send them back so they can shine like they should be. Because you don't ruin them. You ruin them on this side. And so I don't get mad when characters decide to leave and go to a different branch. And I'm like, you know what? I am happy for you. I just and I loved Miz. I loved the Miz. I just love his character. Everybody's like, oh, he's an asshole, and I'm like, yeah. But have you watched what is that new TV show where they do the bomb into the water?
Oh yeah, that water sports shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you watch it, I challenge you to watch it. It looks like not only do you want to participate in that, but it's also interesting to see him outside of wrestling, to see what his character can do or what he as a person can do. And so I like the chance of seeing wrestlers outside of wrestling sometimes just to see what they are like.
Yeah, the Miz is MJF light.
Right. I got
Yeah,
I got one more federation to add on that unfortunately got stifled to Corona and got slowed down due to Corona. NWA Power.
Oh yeah,
was that work?
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit because though it brought you back to a time when the fans used to scream nigga all the time at the practices because of the setting, but they brought you back to that old school in studio wrestling. The question mark karate.
I seen a little bit of that. I was like, hey man, let me see what this NWA shit like. Then I was like, karate. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah, he's funny, but Nick Aldis is that dude. Nick Aldis is the truth. You seen? I mean, shit. AEW is getting a lot of talent that was let off from there. Ricky Starks just went over. That boy is good.
Yeah, he is. I just seen. This is my first sample size viewing of Ricky Starks, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. But the only thing Nick Aldis has going for him, and we've talked about it on this last recording, is Mickey James. So, I just want to throw that out there.
That's the Monday Night MILF right there.
Oh,
it said who?
Monday Night MILF.
Mickey James.
I said, what was the name?
Oh, Mickey James.
Mickey James.
Oh. Well, I mean, if it was real life, he would be pretty damn good with Camille too.
Hey, Martin, we got a little bit of something for you in the chat.
Oh my good. Oh good Lord.
Yeah, that's the Marine Corps martial arts program that they train us on in the military.
Oh man, I got all belts on the CD sitting over here somewhere. I got all the McMap training on the CD if you guys want to do it.
I can say this, that when I got out, I was a black belt in MAP, but I think I originally stopped at green belt. The rest of the belts that I got up until black was paid for it. I can say that because I'm out and retired now. but don't contest the hands, goddammit. I hit you with the question mark, man. I give you some karate, goddammit.
Well,
the Mongolian karate.
Yeah, I fucking hit you with the Mongolian chop right across shoulder blades, right in the clavicle, make you.
And they have a woman that's dope too in Thunder Rosa, who fights real MMA too on the side.
Yeah, who just not too long ago became an American citizen.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her little fine ass.
Oh, look at her little fine ass. I wish I had the.
Can I cash in my money in the bank on Lou?
Oh
shit.
We got to cash in.
All right, so
I wanted to see how this goes. So
right,
he got to cut a promo. He got to cut a promo on his podcast delay. I'm throwing you on the spot.
Ooh, fuck. My podcast delay. I got to cut a promo.
All right. Your 1 minute starts now.
Damn. Wow. That's a really shitty thing to do to somebody.
Use it.
You know I love you, brother, but come on now.
No, it's all love. I just I'm at a loss. I feel like I cut promos on my own podcast every time I record an episode.
You do.
I cut a promo on my damn self every time I fucking do an episode. I got nothing, bro.
Oh, but you better stall for the next
I got
goddamn
nothing.
25 seconds.
Tap out. Put you in a submission hold.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going for that belt, son. I'm getting that belt.
Oh wow.
Is this is a I quit match? I'm guessing.
Yeah, this is like this is a no mas. This is a no mas. I got nothing.
I could have kept it light on you, but
Wow.
I made my man tap out.
This is a wit talk first because we had
Wow.
Martin down here who did extremely poopy in his own estimation, but we had a motherfucker. I can't give him a finger right. We had a motherfucker over here that couldn't even get out the blocks. Oh man.
That's like the first one to be thrown out at the Royal Rumble. Just walks in and gets thrown right out.
That's the Santino Morella.
So for, the move
What was that? 3 seconds? He got eliminated by who did he get eliminated by?
I forget who it was, but
that 3-second clothesline.
To once again for the people who may be popping in and out and everything, I had to explain the promo in the bank. So we have this thing. Everybody in here has a briefcase, and at any time we could take that briefcase and cash it in on anybody in the room, and they have to cut a 1-minute promo on whatever topic that person picks. So the mayor, Dan, he cashed in his briefcase on Lou, who had to cut a 1-minute promo talking about why his podcast being delayed and, the delays in between his episodes and his podcast. And Lou, as you saw, was at
Immediately tapped.
The first tap out. You win by submission. The first submission ever in Wit Talk history.
There it is.
Nice.
I gotta love first.
Now remember, as you can tell from the first 35 minutes or so of this podcast, that
Puff of victory.
the mayor has a set of lungs on him. He can cut a promo if he need to, but just remember, there's 3 more briefcases floating around. So I mean, you can get him winded, you freaking wear him down, and then maybe we can hit him with the elbow or something, the bionic elbow.
It ain't that easy with me.
I know, but AEW, I just finished watching the most recent episode today, and we already went around the horn. Martin hadn't even seen any recent wrestling, but he's intrigued about AEW. Dan is on board with AEW. We still got Lou holding strong with NXT, which I thoroughly enjoy from a standpoint of when the takeover getting ready to roll around. That's when I start binge watching. 'Cause I don't catch it. If I don't catch it week to week, I'll just take, the freaking. I go on Hulu and I'll go back like maybe 5 episodes or 3 episodes, or however many I missed, and I binge watch it all the way up until.
Oh, I got the network. If y'all want the password,
Hey.
There's nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
If they want the password, they have to pay $9.99 a month,
and get their own account.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's how we do it. That's how we.
All I'm saying is that if you message me after this, I'll show you how to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
In case you don't know how.
Give you a
Okay.
instruction on how to
I'll
sign up to WWE.
We'll do that.
Yeah, but but for me personally, I have not really been keeping up with Raw and SmackDown. It's just not.
Yeah,
really,
same here.
It's really hard.
It's kind of
it's
hard.
Not almost not at all for me, man.
So
I only keep up with it via podcasts.
Yeah.
So I have watched it a few times during COVID, and it's really hard to stomach. It's for me, it's like watching it's like watching the Saudi Arabian the pay-per-views. Oh. There's no energy. There's no energy because there's no crowd. So and it's sad because Crown Jewel has a crowd, but they're not there. They're just sitting there and talking to each other.
Yeah, those shows are weird, bro.
I can't stand those shows because for one, they ruin the storyline because half the matches don't belong. And two, the crowd, like, have you ever seen a more boring crowd? Like, why do you even show up if you're not even paying attention and yelling and shouting? Like, the energy of the WWE fans is a big part of watching WWE. If you ever go to, I've gone to a couple of the matches down here in San Antonio, and it's just nothing compares to the energy of fans watching somebody come down the stage. And when you watch them come down the stage currently, the way COVID is, it is just quiet. And he's
so,
like,
so you can't watch Japanese wrestling then.
Well, see, I mean, that's a different atmosphere or whatever. And
I don't know.
Yeah, because like to counter, not so much counterpoint to you, but to give you a contrasting opinion on it. Like for me, when I watch professional wrestling, you know, crowd or not crowded, I mean, it's just wrestling to me because like I'm zoning in on the competitors in the ring and whatnot, and I'm not so much like, listening to what's going on outside because like I'm just transfixed on the people in the ring, and I'm just like really into what they're doing. And a lot of professionals have been bringing this up. You get to see now who daggone truly is a great professional wrestler. You know, when they don't have that crowd to feed off of, and you know, they did show another side of their wrestling forte and skill and everything. And that shows true here today because you would be a fucking dumbass if this was I mean, it's real in the sense that they're actually getting physical, but you'd be a dumbass to, here we go, body slam. Then you go turn around and start posing and taunting and shit. There ain't nobody fucking there.
Ain't nobody.
So I mean,
I do miss I miss the showmanship. I miss that version of showmanship. It's and I guess that I've always seen it as when I watch the entertainment, a lot of the persona of certain individuals where I love the character, not just in ring, but the storytelling, the character in the ring. Like, for one thing, there's one person who can never go wrong. That's Alexa Bliss, because I see her and I'm like, bitch, marry me, please. Like, she is my one, right? When I look at my girlfriend and I can say, oh my God, I hope she ain't watching this. Hey, Alexa Bliss, ring my doorbell. Babe, I'm sorry. I gotta go. But for the other characters, a lot of times their in-ring personality
Let me correct you though. You said if she rang your doorbell, you said you had to go. I was like, hey bitch, this is my house. You have to
You got
No. You can keep the house because Alexa's got a house. I can go live with her and the piggy and
valid point. Valid point, sir.
Chuck Deuces. I'll see you later, man. That's all.
That's me with Jill Scott and my wife. My wife already knows Jill Scott's coming. I'm out.
Yeah. After Jill Scott did that microphone work.
Yeah, everybody on Jill Scott dick now. They fucking pause.
Going back to what Dom said though, as far as like, I think we're in agreement. It's very hard to watch WWE right now. At least the main SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah, those two.
I agree with the crowd thing, but I mean, AEW is still exciting. NXT is still exciting, even with they have like talent around the ring and shit, which is cool. And I tend to not focus too much on them. You'll be calling back at that.
Yeah, sure. You'll be back.
I focus more on the wrestling, but I think the problem with Raw and SmackDown is just like they're doing shit on there that doesn't make any kind of sense. Like,
yep.
So we just had a pay-per-view, that Extreme fucking Horror, whatever the fuck they just did.
Yeah.
And Sasha Banks, I don't know if it was there or if it was on the Raw after that. Bailey fucking knocked out the ref and then put the ref shirt on and counted 1, 2, 3, and then Sasha took the fucking belt and was like, I'm the champion now, and they bounced with the belt. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then on Raw, I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I guess on Raw, they're gonna take the belt, give it back to Asuka. No, here comes Stephanie McMahon.
Sure don't.
We're gonna have a rematch and there's gonna be this and that, and it's like, okay, so you're letting Sasha keep the belt that she won by bullshit means, and
Well, she
then now
didn't
you're gonna
actually
make
win.
her, you're gonna have them.
She just kind of took it.
She took the belt, and now you're gonna make them have a rematch, and then they have the rematch, and Oscar loses by count out. So now Sasha Banks is the fucking champ. Like, I
Yeah.
don't fucking understand. Like, you taking there's general rules in these matches, and you guys just do whatever the fuck you want, willy nilly, and it doesn't make any sense.
Well, see,
I
the
got a point. I got something off of that real quick
yeah,
because
the
to,
sense
to
of it
kind
is
to kind of counter you guys with the whole no crowd thing. Yeah, WWE suffers from that heavy but mainly because, in my opinion, you can't hide flaws in the crowd from the crowd response. In these times, you can't hide flaws. And AEW, this is where I give them the leg up. They they
This guy.
he said I had to have Google open. And why do they have porn star names? Yeah, Dolph Ziggler is
That's
definitely a
Dolph
porn
Dolph
star.
Ziggler.
Ziggler,
That's the biggest fucking porn star name ever, bro.
Ruby
But
Riot, Alexa
Ruby
Bliss,
Riot, Alexa Bliss, and Ruby Riot.
Sasha
but
Banks is very pornish. Yes.
yeah, but yeah, but like AW, they they already was ahead of the curve by way of having their talent ringside
Yeah,
act
being
as the
at
crowd.
ringside.
That was genius.
Hmm.
That was genius. WWF, WWE, they
Caught
couldn't
on
do the
later.
same. They couldn't do the now. The WrestleMania matches weren't that bad to me with no crowd.
Mhm.
They was able to kind of keep some of them short and sweet, pretty simple. Um, the best cinematic one, and they should have left it at that, was the Boneyard match.
Which I did not
But
watch. Fuck the Undertaker.
well, I know why. I know why. You don't even have to say it. I
I
know
already
why.
said it.
but yeah, but the whole crowd thing. But one of the things I wanted to get to off it, because you started mentioning the ladies and the whole what came in that was with the
Big E
lack of
Langston.
kayfabe.
Big E Langston.
Yeah, sorry. Reading the chat. That's very pornish. Yeah, man. Big E Langston.
but what I wanted to say was with the lack of kayfabe in the Bailey and Sasha situation, which I heard all about. People were making a big uproar about Kyrie Sane
Mhm.
and a tweet pretty much
She's so
stating like
fine.
her goodbye to the WWE and all of that stuff. But yet the people knew that that show was taped a while back. But
Mhm.
people got mad because she ruined kayfabe for the angle and the storyline that the WWE was going with. So Rob, what's your point of view behind that?
Um, I wasn't paying attention to that shit because, like I said, I wasn't really watching SmackDown and Raw. So,
Neither was I, but
yeah,
I
but
again the podcast I listen to is why I know about it.
yeah, but Bam Bam Bigelow. But the thing about it, the whole Sasha thing, the points and everything that Lou was hitting on, the things that he was bringing up,
Big Dick
you
Dudley.
big
Big
well
Dick
shit,
Dudley.
Big
That's
Dick Dudley.
can't get more obvious than that.
But one that was intentionally meant to be very pornish was Val Venus. Who
Yes.
we will hit on that subject here in a second. But the things that Lou was talking about, the whole thing's Bailey and the referee shenanigans and just to do all that shit to freaking pull that away and put the belt on Sasha anyway. In a way, it was kind of to save face with Asuka, so she wouldn't lose a clean victory to Sasha Banks. But I was just like, if you're gonna do all that bullshit anyway, why don't you just let her pin her and win the belt the right way, not have all these shenanigans and all this other bullshit and
Yeah, it's
whatnot.
just like insulting. It's
Yeah.
what's annoying about that shit too is that, from what I understand, they had a plan going all the way up to the pay per view of Oscar retaining,
Yeah.
and then at the last fucking minute, Vince decided, no, this is what we're gonna do. Sasha's gonna do this, and she's gonna do the thing, and then she's gonna take the belt. And it's like literally at the fucking last minute, like before the match, they come up with shit, and it's like, I don't. That shit's like.
And then again, to what Dan was saying, that might have played into that because some of the stuff was pre-recorded, and her announcing her leaving and her still being on TV when she's supposed to be gone and all kinds of stuff. That could have spoiled a whole bunch of shit too.
And that spoiler shit that actually happened with Keith Lee too. Somebody, one of the
I seen that
developmental talent, posted a picture of Keith Lee holding up both belts when he beat fucking Adam Cole. And he's like, "You got to be fucking stupid to do that, bro."
Yeah.
Oh man, there was a poster for pay-per-view I saw where during the promo somebody was holding a belt that hadn't even won the belt yet because it was supposed to be a match for it, and then all of a sudden you're just like, "Oh man, I can't remember." I think it was a pay-per-view that was going to take place in like the UK or something like that. I think it was. And I can't remember.
There was the blunder that I think Titus O'Neil did. They went overseas and did a show, and they were supposed to be like Roman Reigns versus somebody. They having this heated rivalry, this blood feud or whatever. But Titus O'Neil posted a picture with all them holding arm in arm and shit, like they cool and they buddies and shit. And I'm just like,
they did the same thing with the Fiend. The Fiend was sitting there arm in arm with like I don't know if it was the Iconics or two other people, and it's like, okay, this dude's supposed to be some scary monster coming out killing people, but he's backstage like. But then it's like, what do you want? They're human beings and shit. Like,
I mean, the Fiend is the Fiend though. We also have a picture of what's his name, Wyndham Rotunda or whatever, Bray Wyatt or whatever you want to call him, in full Fiend garb, holding his newborn baby.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, I have seen Kane trying to get into a smart car. There was a whole Instagram thing where it was him and Alexa Bliss's friend, fucking big dude. Why can't I think of his name right now?
Braun
Strowman. You should see Braun Strowman drive a smart car. Best thing you'll ever watch on TV. It's just the best thing you'll ever see. And it was sad because at the time he was, not exactly the nicest guy in the ring, but then you saw him on Instagram and he posted that video and you're just like, okay.
Braun Strowman is like his personal Instagram or whatever, because I don't think he has
it's not WWE related at all.
Yeah, he has no WWE affiliated Instagram, I think, or whatever. It's just like his name, and he just like out there doing regular people shit or whatever.
Yeah.
But speaking of Val Venus and another name that you mentioned,
Val Venus.
Well, not even a name that you mentioned earlier.
Dude Love.
Just the era of professional wrestling in NWA where the N-word was used very prevalently. One Val Venus on Twitter most recently said that the Black Lives Matter movement is equal to the KKK.
I wish some of these fucking, like, as much as I love a lot of these wrestlers from when I was young, I really wish a lot of these guys would shut the fuck up. Like, I don't like, one thing I really don't like, I mean, I didn't hear about that. I heard Val Venus said something a few months back about I think he was speaking about trans people, so he got in trouble for that. He was getting into a bunch of shit about that.
Yeah, because I think he was talking about Nyla Rose.
Yeah,
because
probably.
Nyla Rose is the champ.
Yeah. And I think he also had an issue with Tessa Blanchard winning the heavyweight, the men's title to it. Yes. And it's like, I just, some of these guys, like, the one problem that I really have, and
it came back around
with these. There's Bam Bam again.
Bam Bigelow.
Some of these older cats, like, I know some of y'all listen to Busted Open and stuff like that. One thing I don't like is how these dudes, and I know that they've been in the business 20, 30 years, taking bombs and doing all these things, and they've been in the business, but the way that they have a disrespect and hatred for basically people like us who are not involved in the business, but we're basically marks to them. And they have zero respect for any of our opinions or anything that we have to say about the business because we're not involved in the business. And I don't like that shit. I can understand it to a point, but bro, how you gonna tell me that I don't know anything about wrestling when I've been fucking watching it for 3 decades, bro? I've been
Yeah.
watching the shit for 30 fucking years. Like
Yep.
I've got to know something or I'm an idiot. Like really. I've got to
But
be able to have an opinion about it. Like you can't tell me I'm a fucking mark and I don't know shit.
absolutely, but that goes to the whole. Well, you never played the game, so you don't truly know it. And in some
I've played
respect,
WWE No Mercy many
well,
times.
I and my
You know
favorite
how many
wrestling game is
times I
still
won the title?
exactly. My favorite game is still WCW versus NWO Revenge.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
I can dig it though. I can dig that to a point because like people with football conversations and like especially with the whole Kaepernick situation, not to really shed too much light on that, but a lot of people didn't understand the underworkings behind what he did that led him to not be on the 49ers because they don't understand the game. They don't understand what's going on behind the scenes if you didn't follow. Wrestling, pretty different story, especially when you dig like we fellas do here, where we go back and do the research on older stuff. We listen to the shoot interviews. We really do the knowledge. B-Rob trained. So we do come with some level as fans, as marks, with some knowledge of it, other without taking the bumps. We do. And I dig you on that. But Val Venus in that comment, that just showed a level of fucking ignorance that those people still don't get to this day because they choose not to. And right now we're at that point in time in history where we just need to kind of ignore those old head type thinkings because those people are dying out. And I'll leave
Yeah.
it at that.
Very well. And so now, which brings me to more current events. Well, current as of yesterday when it was brought to my attention. Because, I mean, it's some old footage. He was talking about a bygone era of NWA when the N word was just sprinkled all over the ring and everything like that.
I want to give a shout out to my man OJ. Keep up the good work.
Man, if you haven't seen that, look that shit up. Goddamn New Jack, baby. Just two less. Thank you.
New Jack
But
was a motherfucker, man.
there's been some old indie footage that has surfaced of one Excalibur commentator for AEW and one Kevin Owens profusely shouting the N word at a black professional wrestler. And I'm surprised there's not more buzz about it than, because usually when something come up like that, it's just like, oh,
Yeah,
cancel, stamp,
yeah,
stamp, stamp,
yeah.
get this
But I
motherfucker out of
think,
here.
but I think that has more to do with the fact that it was like an angle.
Exactly.
It was like part of. I mean, they were trying to get heat and shit in the show, and I'm not saying it's right,
Now, could the
but
junkyard dog be a porn name?
that's a fucking for 100%.
That's
King,
the Habibi show poor name or
What?
junkyard
baby
dog,
got back. Yeah, I went Pornhub deep. Sorry, y'all. Or that's a baby got back 87.
King Kong Bundy.
All right.
Um,
I'm cashing in.
Uh-oh.
Dan,
Shit.
Go ahead.
speaking of Pornhub,
Uh-oh.
I need you to cut me a minute promo on why Pornhub should be used and leveraged as a presidential platform.
Oh, good Lord. Nailin' Palin.
So let me get my clock up. 1 minute is on the clock. Your time starts now.
So you need to know why Pornhub of all places, why the president and presidential candidates need to know about this
God.
because
good
America has been fucking.
Yeah.
You can talk about all that Christianity bullshit that you want. You can say that we need to have sex between our dick holes of our underwear. Fuck all that. America has been raw, been dirty for centuries now. You want to go around and fuck the rest of the world? You want to go around and fuck
Hell
the
no.
rest of the world by tearing up their freaking houses, bombing their countries, and you want to come back and tell me I can't have sex unprotected against, opposed to my wife and beat my meat whenever the fuck I feel like it to some porno because you're a Christian with values? You need to put that shit on your campaign trail and let America know. Fuck the world. Fuck your wife. Not my wife.
Yeah. Okay. Your time been up a couple seconds ago. But
Golly.
I'll vote for you. But we got my
try to throw that bag at me again. I got you.
We got my man Height in the chat right here. He got a question for you. Not so much a question, a statement. He said he like you. He wants you on his segment of his show called "Explaining Things Badly."
Me?
Yeah, you.
All right, let's go. You know I'm down for this stuff.
Yeah, but what you were saying, Lou, before we got interrupted by that cash in?
I have no idea.
I'm baffled right now. I can't even remind you because I'm just still trying to process.
That was the greatest cash in ever. Ran away with the title. That was the fucking Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Swinging the belt.
Why are you tying me in with Neck Rollins?
Oh,
Neck Rollins, bro. Does he not have the most? Does he not have the most fucking annoying voice? Is it just me?
Nah, he's that guy. He's that guy that just I look at him and he's one of those wrestlers that's like he's good, but it's like why does he get all of these chances?
So Seth Rollins to you is what Okada is to me.
Oh, I've been digging in on Okada and paused that, but Okada's that Okada. Yeah, he's a cell master.
Mm-hmm. Hey, can we talk about fucking somebody who?
Yeah,
let's
talk about fucking somebody. Pause. B son.
Big meaty men slapping me. Can we talk about somebody who I had no fucking clue about until last week, and now I've been just going through YouTube clips and listening to his promos? Eddie Kingston.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Eddie Kingston was in NWA.
Bro, that's when I had no fucking. So last week he popped up on AEW and he fought Cody and shit.
Yeah.
And I had no idea about this. I never heard of this dude before in my life. I'm not even gonna front.
I can tell you why you were drawn to this persona of Eddie Kingston. Because he sounded like, y'all, son.
Son.
Cousin.
He had the Tim's on. That fucking promo, and it was only like a minute long, but that promo that he cut on AEW last week just left me stuck on stupid. Just the way it was so fluid, unlike I was half an hour ago. he just, you could tell that he was just speaking like it wasn't written, it wasn't none of that shit. It was just, he spit it from the heart. So that match, I enjoyed that match a lot. A lot of people didn't like it because of the thumbtacks and shit, but I enjoy all that shit. I thought it was a fucking great match.
Yeah.
So I went back and I started watching. I tried to find out more about this dude. Turns out he was in Impact for a little bit.
Yeah.
He did some NWA Power. He was in
MLW,
Evolve and shit, and he fought Chris Hero, one of the guys that I like. But there's a promo on YouTube that he did. It's like 4 minutes, and it's called "I'm Tired of Making Stars." I recommend highly you check that out. It's 4 minutes long. It's just a promo that he cut in the middle of the ring. It's fucking fire. I don't know if this guy's been signed by AEW.
He should be.
But he should be. He should be. And I'm kind of ashamed that I love wrestling as much as I do, and I've never fucking heard of this guy.
He's a guy.
Tremendous.
He's a guy who has a look that tells me I could still do this. Because he you know what it is?
I thought Kevin Owens had that look.
Yeah, I like
100%.
Kevin Owens a lot. You know, despite I got the nigga point that y'all made before, but this is just Eddie Kingston just looks like just a regular old, like I don't know if he's Puerto Rican, but he just looks like a regular old Puerto Rican dude that you'll run into any day in the streets of New York. And that he
had a nice fade though. He had a nice fade.
Yeah, but but his look just says, "Yo, I can still do this." If he looks like that, and he puts in good work, and in NWA Power, he just for what they're doing, he felt like he was out of place. But promo skills, yes, they got him. He got him.
That's like the dude that walks out the bodega and you bump shoulders with him, and he's like, "Watch where you fucking going, son." That's like that dude.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Dead ass.
Now, with you bring up the thumbtacks or whatever, that brings me up to last night watching AEW. Well, watching it today from last night. Your boy Starks taking the thumbtack skateboard to the back.
Mm.
Man, that was and you talk about promo or whatever. I mean, I've heard of what is Ricky Starks? Or,
Yes.
yeah, I heard of him, but this is like I said, my first sampling size of him, and he had a promo before that match, and he was another good promo. Lou, if you haven't heard it, I would recommend that you give him a listen as well. I mean, his was a little more thought out, but he just flowed through it and made it real natural and whatnot. And Brian Cage just stood there big and menacing, like.
Yeah. but Ricky Starks though, go back. It wasn't too long ago. Go back and watch his match with Nick Aldis. When he went for I think it was a non-title match in NWA.
Yeah,
good match.
I know he going for the pretty boy look or whatever, but at the same time, it screams sassy bitch to me as well.
Hey, what's sassy. Up, nigga?
Pause.
I would like to cash in my money in the bank.
Oh,
very politely. Very
politely. I have to. Okay. I'm gonna need to cash it in on B-Rob.
Damn.
And the product at this time, pina colada butt lotion.
What?
Hey.
Pina colada butt lotion. Let me gather. All right.
Don't cheat on that clock.
It's on. It's right now. So, pina colada butt lotion is a very random topic coming from a very random individual such as myself. I mean, it sounds like a delightful product, something that you can probably purchase from Spencer's Gifts, not so much from the hallowed halls of Walmart, which I frequent very often, but if it was on the shelf, it would be right next to the deodorants, right across from the feminine hygiene projects. Yeah, you can probably find this in the projects as well. The Section 8 housing is slathered with pina colada butt oils and whatnot. That's why they got so many kids running around here with snotty noses and everything. But on top of that, they don't have any ashy knuckles, elbows, or ankles because they're using this pina colada butt lotion, oils all over their bodies, baby. And it's just slathered down. You can put it on your baby mama's stomach and she won't get no stretch marks. That's how good this stuff is. And you can put it on them butt cheeks because you know how stretch marks go. You was once big, then you got small, and my time is up.
Can I come in? Can I come in as a tag team partner on that?
Oh, you want to tag in?
Oh,
I can tag.
Good Lord.
Man, you was talking about baby. You was talking about the luscious baby mamas just now, and isn't it manly enough that you can go right where Rob said to the deodorant aisle, right to the deodorant aisle, and grab that shit, confident, like the strong, burly, manly man that you are. So you can take it home. Wax that ass.
Jesus.
Right? It's just back in the day. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down, and
oh no.
You done fell off the bed because you just fucked with that pina colada butt oil.
Now, I tell you what, though. If you go up to the cash register with that pina colada butt oil and you just slam that bitch down, boom. You probably get a number from that register if it's a lady. Hell, you might get a number if it's a man. You never know. Be like, pause.
Like cashier, you with the 2 teeth. You know that joint is edible too, baby.
Yeah.
Come on over and bounce off my turnpike.
Look his face. He like.
He said,
damn.
And I got the vegan options for you.
It's horrible because I envision everything. So it's horrible. It's just
that's just I'm painting verbal pictures for you here, baby. That's what we do here in Wrestle Chat. We give you the whole spectrum. We got the audio, the visual.
this promo shit is fun, yo. I like it.
Yeah, you just spew a whole bunch of bullshit. It don't have to make no sense. That's the randomnicity of the thing.
I could cut promos all day, yo. This is fun.
Is randomnicity a word? Because I'm about to put it on a t-shirt.
It is now.
Bam.
Yeah. I mean, you can just coin it and just put it on there. Somebody will buy it.
Hey, my man Height, if he's still listening in the chat or whatever, is randomnicity a word? Because Height is one of the smartest people I know in for real life.
You know, I said randomnicity is a word, son. There's your shirt.
Dead ass.
I got a topic for y'all. I got a question for y'all.
Word.
If you think of every wrestler that you have seen enter any wrestling scene that you watch, can you pick one that you have just hated and thought you would hate forever, and you continue to actually hate that person?
Oh, so forever hate.
Forever hate, like since day one, where you're just like, no, and it's just that person just somehow rubbed you the wrong way, or fuck it, or did whatever. Even if you got one, if you got one that you hated from day one, and then you just absolutely love that person at this point, I guess you can go that route too.
All right,
Shawn Michaels.
Oh, you hated him, then now you love him.
Nah, it was like at one time it was like, nah, I don't get why they're pushing you. Then it's like, okay, I could dig it because you put in great matches. Then it's like, nah, I still don't dig it. And Shawn Michaels is one of my least favorite wrestlers. Now, as a person, he might be an excellent person, but as a wrestler, he's still like, I just used to say why a lot. And I get it. He had the charisma. But just Shawn Michaels, just in me, just like he still one of my least favorites. Though he's a Hall of Famer. I don't discount that. That's my pick.
Okay.
Word. Let's see. I want to try something. This is gonna be stupid as fuck.
What
That's
the?
Yeah, that's the definition of that word that guy he had us look up.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of big words in that paragraph, so I'm just gonna pretend like I'm reading that.
Thermal energy.
The fuck, thermodynamic quantity representing the unavailability. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yo, that looked like something that Supernatural spit in the cipher in Union Square.
Goddamn.
That's like that shit.
Socrates' philosophies and
that shit actually look like that.
Japanese mockeries.
Hey, but at the bottom of that definition, if the fourth last word is randomness, so it fits. Just because random.
Nice.
Fuck that. Randomnicity. We using that. Yeah, you said it's just a state of randomness. I was like, fuck it. Randomnicity is the state of randomness. Because I just randomly said that shit and I randomly made
Put that shit in Urban Dictionary. That's it.
Hell yeah,
that's
Urban
all you got to do.
Valid
Throw that
platform.
shit in there and it'll exist. That's it.
Now,
make a whole wiki for it.
Now, did you know what the Superman originally was referencing to? You know how
the song
was talking about Superman, that hoe?
Oh yeah. Nah, it had to do with the Pornhub promo.
Yeah, you skeet on the girl back and you
leave a blanket on the back
and it stick to her back and she got a cape like Superman.
This
guy.
Oh
damn.
Lord.
You.
I tell you what, I'll forever give you a pass on that Superman tattoo on your chest because it's 10 times better than that shitty ass rendition that fucking Hernandez has on his chest.
Hernandez.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hernandez is which one is the one that always got his tongue out? Fucking idiot. There's two of them, right? It's Hernandez and I forget the other dude's name.
Oh no. I ain't talking about AEW, Santana and Ortiz. I'm not talking about
them.
There
you go.
I'm talking about Hernandez, TNA Impact fame.
Yeah, that's why we wouldn't be familiar with him.
Yeah.
You said TNA.
Yeah. Impact, LAX, Lucha Underground.
It was Hernandez and Homicide, right? And then it was
Hernandez and Homicide.
Yeah. I was thinking of
Hernandez was big burly motherfucker.
This stupid ass idiot from fucking AEW and in the circle with the afro.
The one that
they've always got his tongue out like a fucking dumbass.
I like those kids though. I like them, man.
I like them, but that's
New York. Like
they
you can tell they so New York though.
That tongue shit I don't get.
Could they be like dead ass B, son, straight up and down?
7:30.
Oh, I see the tattoo.
Oh,
I had to look up the tattoo so I could get a better visual of it.
yeah, it's not.
Well, so mine was because mine is from Kingdom Come. I don't know if you guys know that version
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
Superman.
That shit's dope.
Well, look at behind him on the wall there, guy. Of course he knows.
So the Kingdom Come, I finally got the book over here. But when I got that tattoo, the group that we were hanging out with, we were at the time called the Justice League. We all have a certain field that we do where we're just. They called us the Justice League. Everybody had a different logo, and I picked Kingdom Come. I like the older aged version of a hero, more wise, hoping. My girlfriend hates it. When I first came home with it, she's like, please let that be a Peely tattoo. Please.
Sound like you need
Was-
to get rid of your old lady. You know, you already said you gonna kick out for Alexa Bliss. Did she don't like your tattoos and
Look,
like
yeah, but Alexa ain't here yet, so
true that.
there's no trading for nothing. You got to trade for.
Very well.
Y'all want to play a little fucking F Mary Kill?
Very well. Sign me up.
F Mary Kill is, if you're not familiar with that game, you get
Okay.
you got three choices. I'm gonna give you three ladies from the professional wrestling. I'm gonna do real familiar ones so that we all know who they are. And you
This
got to
should
pick
be easy.
out of the three. You got to pick one: F Mary Kill, fuck, marry, or kill.
Mhm.
So you got to pick one and connect
Fuck,
the word
marry,
with the one.
What you got? What you got? Who you got?
F Mary Kill: Sasha Banks,
Hmm.
Bailey,
Hmm.
Nikki Cross.
Hmm.
Mm.
Fucking
Mm.
Sasha Banks. I'm fucking Sasha Banks.
Bailey and Nikki Cross.
I might marry Nikki Cross because that's something that that might be a whole nother realm of something that I don't even know.
I can't even be mad at you for that. I can't even be mad at you for
That
that.
might be a whole nother world of something that I ain't even know I wanted. So I don't want to take a chance of killing that.
And again, I apologize ahead of time for the misogyny, but it's four
Yes.
dudes in here, four meat
Yeah.
and men slapping meat in here all night.
And Nikki Cross is the girl that runs with Alexa,
Alexa
right?
Bliss.
Alexa Bliss. Yeah.
There's two strong bubbles right there between
I
her
know
and Bailey.
I mean, but that's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. Nikki Cross got that slept on bubble though, man.
See, and this is the
Oh,
thing
I
about
ain't sleep.
this is the thing about F Mary Kill. When you name three, they can't just be like three super fine hoes or three. You
Yeah.
gotta make it difficult where
Hard.
it's like, damn, yeah, I want this one, but this
Here you
one
go.
and then this one. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Bailey unfortunately gotta go. Even though I like Bailey a lot, she
That
might
Bailey-
have to go.
Ah.
That Bailey
See,
bubble.
Bailey's so slept on, bro. She
Nikki
is so
Cross
slept on,
gets
bro.
the oh yeah, she is slept on, but Nikki Cross gets the fuck,
Well,
and
that's the thing.
Snoop's
You're trying to
cousin
sleep
Snoop's
on
cousin
this.
gets to marry. Snoop's cousin gets to marry. Nikki Cross gets to fuck, and unfortunately, Bailey, I love you, but good riddance. I'm sorry.
Wow. Damn.
Martin, what you
Wasn't
got,
expecting that.
Okay, so here goes. I Bailey is that character that since day one I couldn't stand her. I look at her and I'm just like, oh man, I struggle with her face. I struggle with the stupid, wacky, inflatable characters. So
He's killing Bailey.
she's an instant kill, just instantly.
That's an instant
And then so between Nikki Cross, I look at her and I'm like, you know that girl that could quite possibly she's not pretty, but you're kind of like, maybe if I drink enough, I can get away with a one night stand. Because if I marry the person, this is a man who's been divorced several times. So I'm gonna need to marry somebody that I can stand to look at in the morning when I wake up. And that's just gonna have to be Sasha Banks.
Ultimate Karen.
She has the ultra Karen haircut.
And
God.
so
9,000.
So that's how I'm gonna have to play that. And I have just yeah.
Yeah, Sasha Banks seems the one to just be just for fucking, because I mean she seemed like something if she stuck around too long,
Something is
something.
not correct.
I'm
there.
gonna have to.
Now, despite what Nikki Cross play on TV, and like I said, that might be a whole bunch of strange that I didn't even know that I needed in my life. So I mean,
you can flip flop Sasha Banks and Nikki Cross, because if Sasha's forehead gets any bigger, I'm gonna just have to let her go all the way.
I want to apologize for all this Sasha Banks sacrilege right now.
Yeah. All kind of
Let me-
fucking
I
toxic
know some
masculinity up in here. Toxic as
yeah,
fuck.
Yeah, and I know some people who are I don't even know the word. They're just like diehard Sasha Banks fans, and I'm cool with them. And I apologize for this slander. I mean, it's not really slander. I mean, we big enough.
No, we just having fun. It's no real.
Whew.
But can I do one now since Luke got me inspired?
Let
Oh,
me
absolutely.
throw
And just for the record, I'm killing Sasha Banks. I'm fucking Nikki Cross. I'm marrying Bailey.
I know, because you got the baby bubble, the Bailey bubble. I know it's your vice, it's your muse. Your
I love Bailey. I love her.
Yeah.
I love you, Bailey. I love you.
We got 2 participants now in the chat. So we got Eric and we got Hyde up in the chat. So we got another 2 opinions in here for the next round of Marry Fuck Kill.
All right, here we go. We're going classic WWF. Trish Stratus.
Oh boy.
Lita.
Wait, current stress, like
we're
young.
We're going classic. Trish
Classic
Stratus.
Trish Stratus.
Okay.
Yeah. Trish Stratus. He said, "Is there option to kill all 3?" Trish Stratus, Lita, and Sable.
Trish Stratus, Lita, and Sable.
Oh,
wow. This is in their prime.
Yes.
In their prime.
Yeah. All right. Shit, I mean, we can if you want to take a current date. I mean, they still some fine looking women's anyway. Well, I haven't
seen. You gotta get by. Well, if you want Sable, you're gonna have to get by Brock Lesnar, big ass.
Yeah, true that. And then, hey man, pause. Back the camera from your lips.
Talk about.
Sorry, I gotta move this thing.
Press mute.
So we got
Sable,
Lita, and Trish. We're gonna take it to the chat first since they already got their answers already. We got Eric coming up here on your screen. Kill Sable, marry Lita, fuck Trish.
Yeah, I'm with that one. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that one.
I like that, but I think, but I like that though. But I think I would have to swap Trish and Lita.
Okay, so
that's why I'm going, because Lita seems like a whole heap of fun, and Trish is just see, I had one. He said not enough color. I was trying to think of one because I wanted to put Jackie in there.
Oh boy,
Jackie today?
Shit, boy. As soon as you would have said her name, it would have been it. Everybody else would have got murdered. It would just been me and
You seen Jackie today though at 50, like 52?
Yes.
You know who's another one, bro? Ivory. You seen Ivory today? Mm-hmm. Ivory today is ridiculous.
Shit, Molly Holly looking all right.
But you know, mine is my honestly right now, everybody would get killed for is Nia Jax.
Ooh, she a pretty bitch, man. You say what you want about her, but she's pretty as hell. She's a pretty bitch.
Now I know we done said some misogynistic things, but we ain't calling no women no bitches up in here.
she is a she's
all due respect.
She's a you know what does her well is her confidence she's just a very confident individual. And if you ever watched what was the little ride along shows that they used to have where her and Alexa were driving down the street and she was eating the bacon sandwich and the little piggy was right there. The actual pig was there. It just, Nia gives off an aura that just screams confident, and a confident woman is just an attractive individual. It's like, okay, all right, there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to bring you down. And I would enjoy that. If she can whoop your ass too. So if you,
it's her size that does it for me. I like them. I like them like that.
You can fuck Mary and kill her.
She might fuck Mary and kill you.
Exactly. She probably kill you by doing the other 2 things.
Facts.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
Not the snoo.
Goddamn Futurama. Look it up. But shit. I mean, what else we got? We since I got 3 guests here. Martin, we'll let you do one to close it out. You got 3 of us that we can weigh in on.
3 of them. Let me see. Let me see. Karma.
Okay.
Ooh.
AKA
Tamina. Tamina.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
And let's see. Damn it, man.
You thinking
What else you
want
to throw in there? Fucking Bahamadia?
I'm trying to think of who else would fit into that category.
It would probably be me. If you're talking about marrying and fucking.
Karma.
Tamina, and Asuka, because she fits as she's like this wild card in terms of women. I feel.
So 2 of the ones that you mentioned, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say 2. 1 for sure that you mentioned in there is highly touted in the wrestling world as shit. So that's an interesting pick. That you pick somebody that has a dominant presence about them, but does not portray that very well inside the wrestling ring. But I will add that out of all the women superstars that I've seen wrestle in professional wrestling, Tamina has a sweet ass super kick. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, true.
I'm not too familiar with Tamina in the ring, so she gets to kill. I like me some Awesome Kong, aka Karma, so she gets to marry. And Asuka, again, there's just something about her that would be, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. So, Height want to know how you spell Asuka? Is ASUKA.
Yeah.
If you want to know how to spell
Oscar.
Tamina, is TAMINA. And when you look up Karma, you can also look up Awesome Kong, but
Yeah,
Karma
just look up
is
Awesome Kong.
KHARMA.
MA.
Because it has harm in the middle. The K and the A, and they got harm in the middle. Karma. You see how they did that? Marketing, but WWE at its finest.
And they had to do that for legal reasons, right?
Nah, it's just because WWE wants to always fucking brand people with their own brand.
Yeah.
They own
Vince McMahon
rights.
They want to get you. They want to name. They want to fucking name your character, own your character, own the rights, so they could just get this shit.
But for Martins, we got Eric in the chat. You gonna marry Karma, big
gonna
mama
marry
Karma.
Holy shit!
Okay.
You gonna marry the welfare queen.
Plus,
kill
if you're gonna try to kill her, she's gonna beat your ass before you even try.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that green mist in your face.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got Brian in the chat from our last episode.
I think
big shout to UWO.
Yeah, I gotta marry Oscar. I'm gonna have to.
That's all he got.
Yeah, I'm marrying Oscar regardless.
He said, "I don't do
the. I don't do the F or M.
Just kill Tamina."
He had to repeat it.
It's just something about Tamina's face.
It's nice. I like it.
She don't ever smile. She's always like fucking. She always trying to look hard.
That's mama.
But like she's not trying to pull it off. It's just weird, bro. But I think I would fuck her.
Yes.
This is really misogynistic, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm killing. Kong. I'm killing Awesome Kong, or she's killing me. One of the two.
We are.
That's going to be the title of this episode, misogynistic.
Oh, for 100%.
Nah, don't do that to us. Don't do that to us.
Man.
No. I lied.
We're gonna get out. We're gonna go outside tomorrow and get stoned.
We're gonna get canceled, bro.
No, I'm gonna name it randomnicity. There you go.
There you go.
Randomnicity. Yeah, see that's one of my moves there, Don. That's one of my moves right there that I taught him.
Oh my goodness.
The elbow strike.
Uh, y'all, it's during that McMap program. I couldn't even finish the second belt because somebody decided to dislocate my shoulder when they were told to not go that far. Bitch tripping and shit, putting me in the hospital for no reason.
So before we
Damn weird ass move.
put a pin in it, I would like to mention that there's still one money in the bank. I mean, promo in the bank, cash in to be had. But is there any closing thoughts on professional wrestling as a whole at current?
I think right now obviously it's a strange time with COVID-19 and no crowds. People stuck overseas and can't. Like Pac is stuck fucking overseas. He can't even come in AEW competing. He's like
Yeah,
one of the best people.
Walter.
Um, Walters, yeah, everybody's like stuck in their homeland. Um, so it's a weird time, but honestly, I'm enjoying uh, the non-traditional product more
Mhm.
than I think I have in a long time. Even ROH right now is very interesting. The shows that they are putting on, because they kind of had to rebuild because AEW basically took.
Yoink.
They just motherfuckers just was like, all right, we out. Young Bucks, Cody, Hangman, everybody that was like all the stars that were there bounced. So it's like basically Jay Lethal, and you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
him and the
They're trying,
Briscoes. Him and the
and the
Briscoes.
Briscoes, and I love those dudes, but they're holding it down right now still. So it's interesting to see that. I'm enjoying NXT. I'm enjoying AEW. So it's a weird time, but I feel um, it's a good time to jump on right now because you're getting to see a lot of character development and different things, with these how do you call it? These experimental matches that they're doing with the boneyard and what have you. So it's a strange time, but I think it's a good time right now.
Yeah, I think wrestling is at its best place that it's ever been because you have variety now. You have options.
That's true.
You have way more than just the WWE when they had their good, I would say 10 plus year monopoly on the game. Again, and I gotta say it like that, monopoly, because my opinion, TNA sucked. And though TNA had a lot of my favorite wrestlers back in the day, they got them in their has-been days. And
Yeah.
it sucks to say that, but they got them in their past tense days to where the product wasn't that good. I mean, Aces and Eights was cool, but that was about it. If that. I mean, that was about it. I didn't think it was bad. It wasn't that good. It wasn't NWO. It wasn't Bullet Club. None of that. But speaking of Bullet Club, you got variety. You can get New Japan in America now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the accessibility to wrestling.
Yeah.
Again, YouTube. Yo, Billy Corgan genius with going to just YouTube for NWA, making it accessible, easy for everybody to where you could go on and watch it live on Tuesdays, or you could go the next day and just watch it the full show with no hassle, no having to sign in codes and none of that shit. You're able to go get the product right there. Even ROH, um, um, MLW is another one that you could get.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much variety nowadays that the wrestling game is in such a great place. And if you like what I used to like back in the day, again, I'm not a paid spokesperson for AEW, but AEW brought me back to the thing that I love. And it's a potential serious competitor to the WWE eventually.
Word.
Eventually. And mainly because they have an owner who truly loves the sport and wants to let it be. He leaves it in the hands of the wrestler. Like, just I don't want to go too much longer, but when
Mm.
y'all mentioned promo
Sure you
cutting
don't.
before, I'm sorry, but when y'all mentioned promo cutting before and how scripted, Vince McMahon hands these people a sheet. You got to memorize the shit in a couple hours, and you have to recite that crap. Tony Khan it's like, and what they're doing at AEW, it's like, here's the focus, go, run with it.
Now, to even caveat on that or dovetail, if you
I'm
will.
done. But that
But
wrestling is in a great place right now.
if you haven't noticed, Brody Lee's character is Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
I never thought
Yeah.
of it like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even look
The
to your
thing with
point
the
that you were
steak.
talking about the papers. The papers. I need papers.
Mayor, just not to cut into the thing, but if you go back and you like go on YouTube and look up the Brody Lee with the steak, that was a whole thing supposedly with Vince McMahon. Like he eats his steak and everybody in the room has to be fucking quiet while he's eating his steak. So he did a whole thing where he's eating his steak.
I gotta check for that.
Yeah.
It's fucking
I never
hilarious.
put two and two together. I
Yeah.
never put that together. Now, that just made AEW even better.
Yeah, just go back to his debut from when
I remember that.
from just the hoodie wearing guy to like starting to wear the suits and doing those vignettes. All those are Vince McMahon tropes that he do. You know, even with the papers.
Okay.
So just look at a lot of those older vignettes. I'm pretty sure you can find them all segmented on YouTube or whatever. But he's just mimicking Vince McMahon.
Oh.
Like, nobody eats until I eat.
You gave me another layer to have to now like I said in an interview the other day, like this is like an MF Doom verse where you can listen to it in the first go round, but you're not going to catch everything, and now you got to go back and go back and go back. So now you gave me a reason to go back and dig into his things to really be like, oh, that's what they. Thank y'all for that.
What you got there, Martin?
It's good to see, like, just to be like in part of these broadcasts. It's a good thing because there's always been that stigma with being a wrestling fan in general. It's like, that shit's fake, right? Like, I can't watch that. That shit's fake. It's not even real. I'm like, okay, the people still get hurt, and it's really, for me, it's like a him name, Dom. I hate you, dude. I hate you. Can I change you to the Black Knight?
No.
Him named Steve.
I was about to go to the comments and laugh.
So I can say that as like being almost 40, that meeting people my age who enjoy wrestling as much as I do, and B Rob, you're talking about a person who used to stone cold stun or RKO out of nowhere in the middle of Iraq from a trailer. Y'all, when y'all get a free moment, y'all need to have B Rob explain to you what the Butt Dart Championship belt is. But in terms of
it goes with that pina colada butter oil.
Yes. And you need to tell him the next time you talk to him, Mayor, go, look at me, B Rob, when I'm talking to you. I'm gonna need look at you, and he will have PTSD from that man that I'm talking about. But as a wrestling fan, I think we need more platforms, more streaming services that provide variety in wrestling. We've gotten so stuck with WWE and the product that Vince has put out that now that these new platforms are coming out, and I need to binge watch AEW, and I will probably get stuck behind it the way I got stuck behind Game of Thrones, where I watched 7 seasons in freaking 2 weeks. And I will do that, but we need these platforms because wrestling, as some of us older individuals remember it, is not the way. And we see the injustice that comes with the Vince McMahon era of wrestling that seems to never end because he refuses to change his ways. For every step wrestling takes forward, we see a lot of steps going backwards, which is why I have an issue with Crown Jewel, because the women have made so many steps, and then he takes them to Crown Jewel, where all of a sudden, this is what we're going to. They're not being respected, and we said some fucked up things today, where you're kind of like, damn, do people still say that about women? But yeah.
There's like 10 times worse over there.
It is 10 times worse, and for them it's more of a platform of propaganda, and it's for Vince, it's making money. So I remember the bra and panties matches. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy them at the time, but I do remember them. And I think we need more platforms of wrestling in general. And I do want them to come to like Hulu and Netflix. So goddamn, Rob, I fucking hate you right now.
Hey, yo, I am from Staten, Italy. So
The Mayo.
God damn it, man.
Yes, but all those profound words that you were saying.
yeah, get rid. But like you said, AEW catching up, man. Really get with your boy B Rob, because when the pay per views first came out, when they first came out as pay per views, your boy blessed me with the keys to Double or Nothing, and
Yeah.
I thank him for it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll show you how to log into fight.net and register and get your account and everything. I'll hook you up.
Got you.
It's a subscription fee. You got to pay like $9.99 a month. But I got you. I got you. But
Yeah, and don't forget.
Don't forget what? You don't forget.
I got you on that network. I'll show you how to
We
log
got you
in
Yeah.
and make your own account.
So, with that being said, gentlemen, before we ride out of here, go ahead around the horn and let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Look at all these gentlemen. No one wants to go first. I guess I will.
Who's on first?
So civil of you.
All these gentlemen. So, Lou from the BX. You can find me on Instagram, Lou from the BX. On Twitter, Lou from the BX. Those are the only two networking platforms I'm fucking with right now. I have a podcast, which is probably the most sporadic podcast on the internet, which is the Everything Podcast. You can find that on Instagram also. And eventually I'll put an episode out for your enjoyment. But for right now, you just have to catch up on the episodes that I have done previously.
Still dope, no matter how sporadic you put them out, though. Still dope.
I love that.
Still
the
dope.
O is a zero. Appreciate it. And Dan always looking out.
Always you can find me. You can find me at the Starting Five _ podcast on Instagram. If you want to come to Facebook, facebook.com/sface5, or even better, come to join the Starting Five podcast group. You can watch our show live every Wednesday night, usually 9:30 to whenever. Yes, Lou. If short backstory, Lou and B Rob on simultaneous years have both been guests on my panel discussion, the Blackfinity Gauntlet, that goes down at J1 Con. Both of these brothers flew up to Atlantic City to be a part of it, and I love these brothers, and I thank them for being a part of this.
I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't know why I'm doing the version 1, the Matt Hardy. I don't know why.
And I
gang
shout
signs.
out
Walmart.
I shout out myself, but I make it a point. I make it a point to shout y'all out every time and anytime I can, man, because the support is real, the love is real for me, and I want to see everybody win. We'll just keep it that simple. I want to see everybody win. So, Rob, thank you again. We're gonna do this again real soon, as scheduled. But yeah, man, and big ups to you, Dom. It's been real fun with you tonight too, brother.
Yes,
absolutely.
I definitely don't have a stream. I don't. I do teleconference counseling. So the only way you get to see me stream is not even streaming. I'm a mental health counselor. So
that's dope. That's dope. We need that in the world. We need that.
We need that. We need that shit.
I said, no wonder you like wrestling.
It's a break from reality. The only spill I can give people is that, hey, if you guys feel yourself getting tired, make sure you guys take that time to work on your own personal mental health. You get that time away, break from reality. COVID is hard on everybody. So just make sure you guys take care of yourselves and don't be afraid to ask for help ever. There's no shame in asking for help, no matter who you are. So that's my spill. I don't get the stream. It's just not something we're allowed to do.
That's real, and I personally will say thank you for being in that field, man, because especially us as people of color, like it's necessary. It's necessary. And like last year, I didn't reach out to people like I wanted to, but I was in one of the darkest of dark places I've ever been in life, and I probably could have used it, but eventually I snapped out of it. And yeah, like you said, talk to people, man. I like that. I like to know that you're doing that, man, because that is so important in our community today. Thank you.
Yep.
And it's not as important as that pina colada butt oil. So, on behalf,
Hey, it's a Leon Phelps reference.
yeah, oh yeah, ladies,
Everything
man.
always,
The
everything
ladies,
always,
man.
everything always circles back around.
Yeah.
There's
Mhm.
some
So,
cognacs.
so, judging by this half-empty bottle of Cavassier, it's
Yes,
time to-
Cavassier. Yes.
So, on behalf of myself, Dan the Mayo, Dom, and Lou from the Bronx, the O is a 0. This has been Wrestling is Trash, and we will see you next time.
Hey, stop sharing that video of that goddamn doctor lady who don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Stop sharing that goddamn video.
Uh-oh.